All right. Good morning, everybody. This is Michael. Welcome back to Shots of Info, day 5. We made it 1 week straight. High five to us. Just a quick disclaimer. Everything that's been said on this podcast is just a conversation between me and Randy. Two opinions, nothing else. Don't take us seriously. It's just for fun. And to prove that, we're just gonna take a quick shot. Shots of info. You get it? Haha. Let me just feel it.
All right, tell me when you're ready.
For our Friday, because today is Friday. Cheers.
Thank God it's Friday.
Oof. A great way to start the day, to be honest. Definitely.
Yeah, like a bunch of alcoholics.
Yeah. That's how this idea was born.
Yeah.
All
right. So let me get into today's topic. So on the finance section, we have how does the stock market work? We have some news updates. On the fitness, we have a suggested topic from one of our viewers on the YouTube channel. Is sex cardio? And some basic exercises to build strength with some modifications as well. And on the personal development side, we have, does the phrase, is it work harder or work smarter, applicable to today's life, or just generally, which one is the better one to go with?
Awesome. So it's really good topics for today. Let's get it started.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So I'm going to start off with what is the stock market with my very amateur idea of what it is, because all I like to do is trade. I don't really like to look at stuff like earning reports or just the general overview of what's happening. For me, it's just trading value. If I see an opportunity, I'll take it. If it doesn't seem too good, I won't take it. That's basically it. So the stock market to me is basically a place where you buy and sell companies. So a stock is think of it like a piece of the pie of what a company is. For me, I'm only always trading pieces of the pie for deals. If I can find a good deal and sell it for a good deal, that's it. I'm done with it. But other people, they like to buy and hold. So if they see value in those companies, they buy a stock and they hold it over the long run because they see good potential. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my own overview of what the stock market is.
Yeah, that's definitely a good definition about the stock market. For me, well, the stock market, it is what Randy said. Like, it's kind of like, you go to the groceries to buy, you go to the supermarket to buy groceries. Same thing, you go to the stock market to buy shares of companies. Now, how it works in the sense that, why prices are so unpredictable, why it goes up and down, it depends on us. It depends on us, on the traders. It depends on the investors, on the people who are buying the stocks. For example, let's say Randy gets 100 shares of Apple at a certain price. Let's say, just by saying 220, really great deal. Boom, I come after him and I see potential on this company. So I tell him, hey, I'm up for those shares that you got at 220, I give you 221. And whether he knows the value of the company or he wants to get out of the company, he will sell it to me at that price. Now, in another situation, if I don't see potential on this company, I will say like, hey, that company is not going to do good. I pay you right now 215. And it's kind of like a mindset, because like people, and that's why the market falls a lot, is because people tend to see red and instantly to say, hey, from here everything is going south and we're just going to sell. Now, the more people that sell, the cheaper the price it is. It's demand and supply, guys, pretty much. That's how it works. Yeah, that's a brief overall explanation about the market.
Sweet. All right, so let's jump into some news updates. So when it comes to the stock market, there are things called catalysts. And catalysts are basically any kind of news that comes out in the world that can potentially move the markets. So yesterday, we had the presidential debates. And I didn't watch them because I'm not really into politics like that. But from what Michael told me, it was a good one. So that can potentially have a positive effect on the market, which can drive prices up on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, besides that, I can tell you about my trading news. I was able to get a bit of a better deal on Peloton because, again, like I told you, I'm trading Peloton until I get to about 150 on the trading, or rather on the share. So something that ended up happening was that Goldman Sachs came out with an article about Peloton, and they downgraded them. So now they're projecting highs of about 140. So if that's the case, and it's no longer a bullish stock, and that's another topic we can talk about, bullish and bearish later on.
Yeah, we can do that.
Since it's no longer as bullish as it was once before, I'm now aiming for about a 130 plus exit. Right now, I'm sitting with an average price of about 125, give or take. So, and right now the stock is sitting at 122. So we'll see how today goes, and we'll just take it from there.
Oh, you brought up Goldman Sachs. That's a really good topic to maybe
Mm.
talk about it. They actually they're behind a scandal. So they will be withholding like 174 million, if I'm not mistaken, to pay for its executives to settle the Malaysian bribery scandal. You guys can go into detail with that, but yeah, so they're behind the scandal right now. On my updates, I was following some of the earnings report from yesterday, and very very good ones actually. So we're going to start with AT&T. Had a lot of potential. They increased their numbers. They beat their expectation, of course, and the stock was 6% up. Now, when it comes to Intel, I it's one of the companies on my portfolio that has a lot of potential. It was actually down yesterday, but I still hold my ground that it's gonna do really good in the next years or so, because especially because 5G and the phones that need the chips to be
Are
manufactured.
Intel doing anything with 5G?
With Intel,
Mm-hmm.
no, not specifically, not directly yet, but they're manufacturing the chips for phones and stuff. But
I should say Intel is a direct competitor, or rather AMD is a direct competitor to Intel. And basically what's been happening as of late is that AMD has been really taking over where Intel is lacking. They're not really doing much in the way of innovation, and that's why they've been slowly declining over time. But it's been a company that's been around for so long. If you look at your computer, very often you're going to find that they have Intel chips.
correct.
So definitely something to look into for the long term. Right now, it's sitting at a pretty decent price. It usually has a tendency of bouncing from where it's at right now in the low or the high 40s.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how it goes moving forward.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's right now it fell 9%, which is a huge drop. You guys can maybe take advantage of that. You guys can also trade on that because it's gonna go up in the next week or so. So it definitely is a good trade if you're looking on just trading. Now, Southwest Airlines, as expected, really bad numbers. Couldn't beat expectations, and the stock market fell at 25%, which was kind of
Oh,
yeah, it took a big hit. Maybe right now it's a good time to buy that stock if you want to invest in some airlines. Which
or you can do Delta.
Delta, yeah. No, oh yeah, Delta, but they actually haven't come with their news report yet.
Didn't they? I thought I saw like a 5% uptick yesterday.
They did. No, I'm not following Delta, so I haven't
Okay.
been on that. But yeah, so that's some of my updates. Now, when it came to that presidential debate, it was a really good one, guys. I hope you guys tuned it in. If you did, then you know what happened. Now, one of my concerns, or one of my opinions, is when I was watching this, I was like, our country became a literally two-party system, party race, which I don't agree with, because on the polls, you're going to see more names than just Donald Trump and Biden. So why is the presidential debate only between two people, two persons, rather than all the candidates on the polls? So that's my idea. And the thing is that people see on the TV and they think they only got to choose between Biden and Trump. And I don't agree with that, because on the polls, they're going to see other names. And we should try to change that. I mean, it's been so long that this two-party system has taken over. So it's going to be hard. And yeah, I mean, we don't want to talk about politics because everybody has different views. And yeah, I feel like most of the time that we talk about it, feel like people get offended with or
Yeah, no, it always turns into some sort of just like argument of no, you're wrong or you're stupid for believing whatever you believe. Listen, end of the day, it's just about being a good person, regardless of your political beliefs.
facts. I
Listen,
respect
we don't advise that people vote for any particular candidate, but
it.
you know, just be a decent person. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta choose your leader. You gotta choose your leader at the end of the day, but don't just look on the superficial aspect of this person. Look at the policies that they bring to the country and how they can benefit you on that certain category that you fit in,
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just look about what the media says or, like social media, there are rumors. And that's like, scandals. Every politician is gonna face those scandals. So, you know. All right, moving on, because we don't want to be stuck on this.
Right. So let's jump into the next topic, which is fitness. So I'll start off with the juicy topic. Is sex good cardio? So it really depends on the way you go about it. It could definitely be a good cardio form, but if you can only go for like 2 pumps, it's not really going to last you that long. It's not really good cardio.
No, it's also depends on the position, because like if the group go on the top,
Yeah,
then
so
guy is not
definitely
gonna
have to go on top in order to get that good cardio in.
facts. But yo, guys, be careful when the gear goes on the top because remember the meme that you sent?
Oh yeah, when it slips out and then she destroys you.
Yeah. So those, depending on the position that you choose, definitely can become like a really good cardio. And
What do you think is the best position to do the most amount of cardio?
either missionary or doggy.
Missionary or doggy? Yeah, I think
I think
probably
that's
go with doggy.
a lot of
My
effort.
legs start burning.
Huh?
My legs start burning in doggy.
Yeah. No, also like I feel
Or
like
standing. We can do standing.
I was gonna say that. Like usually when you stand, all right, there's this position. I don't know the name of it. You pretty much carry the gear, push her against
Against the wall?
yeah, against the wall. And yeah, so that's a really good arms workout. But at the same time, like you sweat, and yeah,
It's good cardio, man.
it's a really good cardio. Yeah,
I
definitely.
remember the best sleep I've ever had is after having sex while standing, because I did so much work that by the end I was just too exhausted to keep doing anything.
We're all exhausted.
Yeah.
Every time that like I have sex, I knock out. Like to be honest, and there are times that I'm on class and I just knocked out. Fucking ignore the class
But I
completely.
think that's just like a guy thing. Once we, finish, our brain just kind of shuts down, just like we need a reset
Bro, gears can go like 4 days.
for days. I know. Tell me about it.
I mean, yeah, I feel like, for example, one quick thing: Randy's in a relationship. I'm single. So for somebody in a relationship, you get to do it like if not every day, bro. I don't know what you're doing, but yeah, for us, once a week, once every 2 weeks if she's on her period. Depends.
Oh, you're not a period guy?
Well, no, last time we had a period sex, bro, it got messy in my room. Like,
Oh, you gotta put down a towel, bro.
no, I'm not willing to clean that. If we go to her apartment, yeah, but not mine.
No, you just get a dark towel and you just use that one and clean it every maybe month or so.
But yeah, definitely is a good cardio. Now, if you're a guy, don't go into a relationship just to get sex.
Oh no, that's a whole thing about personal development. No, we don't want to jump there. It's just a sex good cardio.
Yeah, just get a fuck buddy and you're good. To be honest.
We can make that a topic for the next time.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
Relationship versus single.
I like that.
All right, so we'll put that in the ideas folder then.
Next one.
Yeah, so let's do some basic exercises to build strength and some modifications for them. So, as we've been building up with the fitness aspect of the podcast, I've been just slowly, trickling information about how to start working out, where to begin, what you can do, how to get good sleep. So now we can start getting a little bit more specific in terms of the things you can actually do. So some basic exercises to build strength. Generally speaking, most people are going to find it really difficult to just use their body weight to do exercises, because either they're too overweight and they don't have the strength to carry their body weight, or they're too weak and they don't have the strength to carry or to do physical exercise with their body weight. Because generally what I find to be the best are body weight exercises to build strength. But if you don't have the strength to build on body weight, then that's a problem. I would even add a layer onto that's where I started. When I was younger, I was really overweight, and I didn't have the strength to use my physical body to do exercise. So I had to rely on equipment, some weights. I just found some weights, or I bought some weights. I used that until I built the strength to be able to actually do body weight exercises. But there are some body weight exercises that don't really need anything. You don't even have to have a certain level of strength requirement to start. So let's take, for example, squatting. The mechanics of squatting is you sitting down and standing back up. I would wager to say that most college students are able to sit down and stand back up because you always go to class.
Mm-hmm.
So that movement is a really fundamental movement when it comes to most programs. Squatting develops a majority of your lower body and incorporates some upper body movement as well in terms of stability of your abs. So I always suggest that people do squats, because you always want to have nice legs, because you don't want to be the kind of guy that good upper body, no legs. You have no legs, you have chicken legs. Nobody likes chicken legs. Sorry. So squats, bodyweight squats are a good way to start. If that is a problem, then you can actually start with you sitting down and standing back up. You set up a chair in a position where you have the movement to do a squat.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down, take your time, stand back up. And you do that over and over again. Some other stuff. So we're looking at toe touches. So I'm thinking overall, or rather the way I think as a personal trainer, is how do you train the whole body? So squats will develop a lot of the front of the legs, your quads. Then we jump to the back. Good exercise for that is toe touches. So if you ever have any questions on whatever I say, you can definitely YouTube it. But toe touches is you basically touching your toes, balancing on one leg. It's a good exercise for your hamstring and also incorporating some balance movements. That's definitely something that you lose as you get older, your balance. So that's something you want to develop as you get older. So pretty basic exercise, just touch your toes, come back up. You balance on one leg, and that's it. Another thing, upper body. So the infamous push-up, the one that people always struggle with, or it's something that they love to do. So when it comes to the push-up, basic stuff, you can do either the regular one, wider ones, or close grip. If that's a problem, then you can do the modification of going down slowly from the top to bottom position and then resetting. So once you hit the bottom, you go back onto your knees, you reset the position, and you do it again. If that's a problem, then you can start off with the modification of using a wall.
Mm-hmm.
So you do a push-up from a wall. And can't really demonstrate that, but think about doing a push-up against a wall. That's pretty much it. As you decrease the elevation and you go more parallel to the floor, that's what makes it harder, because the force of gravity is against you. But the higher you are, the easier it's going to be. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are some basic exercises that you can do to help develop the body. I did forget the back, but I can't really think of a basic back workout right now. So I'll get back to you on that.
All right. So one thing about, like the arms and the push-up, I think the best way to start, if you cannot do like everything, like not even one push-up, do a plank.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the plank. That's a perfect one.
I think that's a best one to exercise. That's one of the core exercises that you should be doing if you want to get it started.
Yeah, it's good for abs for sure.
Yeah, when it comes to back, I do have like a really good one. Now, just imagine like my back is the floor, and simple, just do like this, like the arms, and then just press it back. Press it back. Like just press and hold it. Doesn't matter how long it takes, and it's a really good back exercise. And another one, you can just put, like the arms flat on the ground. You can just go up and down.
It's good for shoulders too.
Yeah, exactly. It's really good for shoulders and also for posture, which is really important. I actually been doing them myself because me sitting down on the computer all the time, I tend to have some what or bad posture. So it helps a
Yeah,
lot.
there's definitely something we can talk about next. Posture, how
Definitely.
to get better posture.
Absolutely. Very good. Yeah, no, I completely agree with the other ones. I feel like legs are the most important part of your body because they carry your weight. If they're weak, and they're not gonna be able to carry your weight body, like your whole weight body. And
Mhm.
I feel like once you're comfortable with lifting, doing exercises with your body weight, you should move on to the gym. You should move on to like a little bit more heavy weight or a little different exercises as well. Yeah, pretty much just building muscle at the time.
Mhm.
Very, very good. Yeah, awesome.
All right, let's jump into this last topic here. Personal development. We got. Is it better to work harder or work smarter?
Hmm.
What are your thoughts?
It's always, everybody says it's better to work smarter, but you can do both, in my opinion. You can work smarter and harder, and that's something that I can apply on my daily life. Like I always try to organize in a way that I work smart. I get the priority tasks, done, but I always try to go the extra mile when it comes to my personal project or personal things that I gotta do, personal work. So, um, you cannot always just finish up the things that you do. I feel like a lot of people say, okay, work smarter so you can get everything that you need to do out of the way. You can enjoy the rest of the day. I don't really think that's a good way to approach it. You can, yeah, work smarter to get what you need to get done out of the way, and the rest of the time you can work harder on the projects that you want to accomplish. Like I'm pretty sure everybody should have like a personal project that they're working on, and or something like a new habit that you're trying to build, or even if it's just going to the gym or doing yoga or learning something new. Always do that extra mile because 24 hours. Just think about it. It's not really 24 hours that you have. If you sleep 8 hours, you have about 16 hours a day. You only have 16 hours in okay, so let's say you spend on your phone like 5 hours, that's gone away. So you have like about 10 hours. It's just,
Yeah, man, you gotta definitely prioritize your timing. You can't just be like, listen, you need 8 hours of sleep or however long you need to sleep, and then you have responsibilities, whether school or work. So you have to maximize that time that you have where you're not really doing anything, the time that you would be on your phone.
mm-hmm.
Make that time the time that you work harder. And then those other times where you can kind of do it on autopilot, try to work smarter. So you can have more time to do the stuff that you actually want to do or things that will benefit you in the long run. Um, for example, the working out part is definitely something that would help you out in the long term, and that requires hard work. You're not going to go through just exercising really just lazily and actually get results. To get the results that most people want, you have to work hard,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a consistent hard work. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. And definitely, when you said about having other things outside of whatever it is that you're doing, you have to have hobbies and passions and different pursuits. And the only way you're going to achieve those things is by working harder. And then you also need to apply a strategy of working smarter, because you can't just imagine you just doing the same kind of work every single day and not making any progression. That means you're not really working smarter in any way. You could be working hard, but if you're not making any progress, if you're not moving forward, it doesn't really matter. Imagine just like you spend every single day running in a circle. It's pretty hard, but you're not making any progress because you're literally in the same circle.
Yeah, one thing to add up to that is that even if you're running into circles, it's all right, guys. We all been there. I've been in there personally. It's fine to be trapped on that because sometimes you don't know how to move, especially if it's like a completely new project or like something that nobody has done it before. It's hard to find resources to get out of that loophole. It's fine to be there. You only have to fail and try it again and see what works best. So one of my favorite quotes that I learned is that you need to fail faster and try again faster. So you can try it again faster. In that way, you can progress and see what works and what doesn't work. But yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. You just, again, don't get caught up on the small details. If you fail, just try again. Failure is either a stepping stone or you take it as like a permanent loss and you can't move forward.
We can talk
On
about
one end of this,
we can talk
what's
about
that?
because I feel like that's a really good topic for
Failure? Yeah, for sure.
but
Um,
it's like how hard you can stand up from that failure pretty much. And
Listen, man, like it doesn't like we only have one life, right? So you can't just if you take failure as the definitive end, then
right.
that's where it ends. But you don't know what happens if you get up again and you try, and maybe this next time you're successful.
Yeah, for sure. In everything. That's why I said about like the gym. If I recall well, there's gonna be a lot of day ones for everybody when it comes to working out, because chances are that you're not gonna be consistent on the first time that you try. Of course, you definitely should strive for it, but for not a lot of people who are not used to it, especially, it's not gonna be consistent. Maybe you take a long break and then you want to start again, so that's gonna be another day one. So there's always going to be day ones when it comes to working out. So,
Hmm.
we're
So
thinking
just
about
take them on the chin, take those L's, get back up, try again.
yeah, even building a habit. I feel that because sometimes you're trying to build a habit, or whether it is like waking up early. Let's say you go 2 weeks consistently. Uh, you went out really late on a Friday night, and next Saturday you will wake up until like noon. Sunday is gonna become your day one again. So you've been building a habit. There's always gonna be day ones, and that's what failure is. Just gonna think about it. But
Just get uncomfortable
yeah,
failing and starting again. Once you get comfortable with that, then you'll be fine.
yeah, sounds good, man. I think that wraps up our topics for the day. Um, it does, right?
Yeah, so let's finish this up. So thank you guys for listening.
It's been
Again, any video suggestions or rather any podcast suggestions, any topics that you would like us to go over, just let us know and either put it in the comment section or DM us privately.
mm-hmm.
Shots of info on pretty much every media. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Anywhere else?
Yeah, no, we are in about 7 podcasts. You know, I feel like not a
Platforms.
lot of people know about them. So we are in Spotify, YouTube, Google, Apple, of course. This called Apple. I mean, Pocket Pass, Anchor, Radio Public, and others. I forgot, but yeah. So you can find us in all this. Yeah, feel free to DM us. We don't bite
Well, I wouldn't say that.
unless she asks for it. Anyways, deuces.
Peace out, man.